This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. In order to help stop the massive losses with its EV business, Ford wrote off $19.5 billion in EV investments last month, and now General Motors is doing the same. GM said it will take $7.1 billion in charges against its fourth quarter earnings as it scales back its EV plans. That's in addition to a $1.6 billion write-down that it took in the third quarter, and GM says it will take more charges this year, but they'll be less than the 2025 amounts. The money is related to canceling or renegotiating contracts with suppliers and reworking its EV production footprint. And while GM is rolling back its future EV plans, the company says these charges won't affect production of its current EV lineup. And while GM is scaling back plans for fully electric vehicles, Stellantis is killing off its plug-in hybrids. The Drive reports that the automaker is ending production of the plug-in versions of the Jeep Wrangler and Grand Cherokee and the Chrysler Pacifica minivan for the 2026 model year in North America. Stellantis says it's discontinuing the models because of, quote, shifting customer demand. But while it's giving up on plug-in hybrids, Stellantis will focus its electrification efforts on regular hybrids and extended range EVs. EV battery startup Arnext Energy, or ONE, planned to be the first U.S.-based company to open a lithium iron phosphate, or LFP, plant in the country, but it's abandoning the automotive business altogether. The company says it's pivoting to grid storage systems and the locomotive and defense sectors. As a result, it's laying off 45% of its workforce. The company says it has $35 million in new contracts, but it needs $60 million to break even this year. However, its CEO expects to hit that break-even point. Range anxiety is still the top reason U.S. consumers are reluctant to buy an EV. According to a new survey from Deloitte, 47% of respondents said that driving range is the greatest concern for adopting a fully electric vehicle. That was followed by charging time and overall cost. Interestingly, in South Korea, India, and China, one of the top concerns with EVs is the safety of battery technology. Lowering fuel costs remains the top reason that U.S. consumers said that they would consider an EV for their next vehicle purchase. However, only 7% of those surveyed said they intend to buy an EV as their next vehicle.
At CSP, we work with OEM engineers across the country on their journeys to lighter, safer, and more eco-friendly vehicles. Learn more at thecsp.com.
I wish more auto shows could be like this year's Brussels show because there's so many new models on display. Kia revealed the EV2, its new entry-level electric SUV. About a size down from the new Nissan Leaf, the EV2 will be offered with two battery sizes, about 42 kilowatt hours and 61 kilowatt hours. Kia estimates that the smaller pack will return a WLTP range of up to 317 kilometers or nearly 200 miles, while the 61 kilowatt-hour pack is estimated at up to 448 kilometers or about 275 miles of range. In an effort to get the most out of its small footprint, the rear seats slide and recline, and there's a frunk as well. Production of the EV2 starts in the first quarter of this year, and sales should follow soon after. Sticking with the Hyundai group, Hyundai pulled the wraps off the Staria electric. While the van has been on sale in some markets around the world since 2021, this is the first fully electric version. The front-drive Staria combines a 160 kilowatt or roughly 210 horsepower electric motor with an 84 kilowatt-hour battery pack. The setup provides up to 400 kilometers or nearly 250 miles of range, and thanks to an 800-volt architecture, fast charging from 10 to 80% in 20 minutes. The van is also offered in 7 or 9-seat configurations and even has the ability to tow up to 2,000 kilograms or 4,400 pounds. The Staria Electric goes on sale in Korea and Europe in the first half of this year, with other markets to follow. Stellantis probably has the biggest presence at the Brussels show. It even has an entire section dedicated to its commercial vehicles. So we'll rifle through these kind of quick. Peugeot showed the refreshed 408, which gets a few styling changes, slightly more power for the PHEV, and a couple of upgrades for the EV version. Fiat announced it's bringing back the Cubo van early this year. The new Cubo L will be offered in standard and long wheelbase versions for 5 to 7 passenger seating and with diesel, gas, and electric powertrains. Opel showed the new Astra. Alfa debuted an even more performance-oriented version of the Giulia Quadrifoglio, and DS Automobiles took its model called the number 4 and completely tricked it out to look like an off-road rally car. And if you've got a minute, check out our coverage of CES. We have interviews with automakers and suppliers about the latest and greatest tech that they're developing. You can watch those videos on our website or YouTube channel. But that's it for today's show. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you have a great weekend.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Alex Partners, when it really matters. CSP, the Composites Solution Partner. Intrepid Control Systems, over-the-air engineering, boost your game. And thanks to the following YouTube and Patreon members.
We help businesses respond decisively to their most critical challenges, from urgent performance improvement to enterprise-wide transformation. We work across the full value chain, in automotive and in industrials, helping clients navigate disruption, drive innovation, and unlock sustainable growth. Alex Partners, when it really matters.
Developing today's vehicles, issues can happen in an instant. What good is knowing your problems without the data to solve them? Meet Wireless Neovi Cloud, your secure off-the-shelf solution, empowering real-time collaboration for quick resolution. With Wireless Neovi Cloud, your team can prevent issues before they can escalate. Driver communication data and remote diagnostics to analyze and resolve your problems using OTA, allowing your executives oversight throughout the process. Wireless Neovi Cloud, your vehicle update solution in production and on the road. Intrepid Control Systems, driven by your data.